In the year 2478, the stars glowed bright above Lemora, a massive city in space. It spun around a neutron star, home to the Galactic Concord, a group of alien races. Humanity had joined them, but they were seen as weak. Aliens laughed at humans, calling them scared of the dark. They mocked their fear of the Void Nebula, a strange place where stars hid and ships vanished. Commander Jisoo walked through Lemora's shiny halls. Her dark hair was tied back and her eyes scanned the crowd. Aliens with scales, wings, and glowing skin towered over her. She felt small but stood tall. Her AI friend, Hanul, floated beside her as a tiny orb, its blue light blinking. "They're staring again," Hanul said in her earpiece. "Ignore them," Jisoo whispered. She was a diplomat, sent to speak for Earth, but the Concord didn't listen. Jisoo had studied alien worlds her whole life. She loved learning about life among the stars. But the Concord thought humans were simple. They said Earth's people feared things that didn't matter. "You worry too much about the Void Nebula," a snake-like alien hissed at a meeting. His name was Valthor, a Concord leader. "It's just empty space." The room laughed. Jisoo's face stayed calm, but her hands clenched. She knew the nebula wasn't empty. Strange signals came from it, ones nobody explained. That night, Jisoo sat in her small room. Lemora's lights sparkled outside her window. She opened her tablet and read old Concord files Hanul had found. The files were hidden, written in a dead language. Hanul translated them. They told of a danger in the Void Nebula, something called the Shroud. It was locked away long ago, but the files didn't say why. Jisoo's heart raced. "This is big," she said. Hanul's light blinked. "We need to tell the Concord." The next day, Jisoo stood before the Concord Council. Valthor and other leaders stared down at her. "The Void Nebula is not safe," she said. "We found old records. Something dangerous is there." She showed the files on a big screen. The aliens whispered, then laughed. "Old stories," Valthor said. "Humans are scared of shadows." Jisoo's voice stayed steady. "We should send ships to check." The council said no. "Stay out of the nebula," Valthor warned, "or face punishment." Jisoo left the meeting angry. She met her friend, Captain Taimin, at a quiet cafe. He was tall, with short hair, and a kind smile. He led a small human fleet. "They won't listen," Jisoo told him. Taimin nodded. "They never do. But you're right. Something's wrong out there." Jisoo leaned closer. "I want to go to the nebula. Will you help?" Taimin paused. "It's risky. The Concord will be mad." Jisoo's eyes were fierce. "We can't wait for them." That night, a message came from a human scout ship in the Void Nebula. Jisoo played it in her room. The voice was shaky. "This is Scout Team Delta. Something's here. The Shroud wakes." Static cut the message off. Jisoo froze. Hanul's light flashed. Red. "The ship's gone," it said. "No signal." Jisoo stood up. "We're going. Now." She called Taimin. "A ship's missing. We need to find it." Taimin sighed but agreed. "I'll get the Starlight ready." The Starlight was their best ship, fast and strong. Jisoo met Taimin at the docks. Human workers loaded supplies while aliens watched, confused. "What are you doing?" a bird-like alien asked. "Our job," Jisoo said. She climbed aboard the Starlight. Taimin was at the controls. "Ready, Commander?" he asked. Jisoo nodded. "Let's go." The Starlight led a small fleet of human ships. They left Lemora's glow and flew toward the Void Nebula. Stars faded as they got closer. The nebula was dark, like a cloud eating light. Jisoo stood on the bridge, watching the blackness. Hanul hovered near her. "The Concord won't like this," it said. Jisoo's jaw tightened. "They'll thank us later." Inside the nebula, the ship's screens flickered. The crew whispered nervously. Jisoo felt a chill, but her voice was strong. "Keep moving. We find that ship." The galaxy had mocked their fears, but Jisoo knew humans were brave. Whatever the Shroud was, they would face it. The stars were silent, but humanity was ready to shout back. The Void Nebula swallowed light as the starlight and its small human fleet crept deeper. Stars were gone, replaced by a heavy darkness that pressed against the ship's windows. Commander Jisoo stood on the bridge, her eyes fixed on the flickering screens. The air felt thick, like the nebula was watching. Her AI, Hanul, hovered. As a glowing orb, its blue light dim. "Sensors are failing," Hanul said. "Something's blocking them." Jisoo nodded, her face calm but her heart racing. "Keep going," she said. Captain Taemin sat at the controls, his hands steady. "This place feels wrong," he muttered. The crew was quiet, their faces pale. Strange things started happening. Lights on the starlight blinked without reason. A crew member swore she saw her own shadow move on its own. Another said he heard whispers in his headset, but no one was talking. Jisoo walked among them, her voice firm. "Stay focused. We're here to find our people." The fleet pushed deeper and the darkness grew thicker. Suddenly, a ship on their scanners vanished, then appeared again miles away. "What was that?" Taemin asked, checking the controls. Hanul's light flashed. "It's not a glitch. The nebula's bending space." Jisoo frowned. "Can we track the scout ship?" Hanul paused. "I'm picking up a signal. It's faint, but it's ahead." Jisoo pointed. "Follow it." As they moved, a massive shape loomed in the dark. It wasn't a ship or a planet. It was a structure, huge and jagged, floating in the nebula. Its surface was black with glowing lines like veins. "That's no asteroid," Taemin said. Hanul scanned it. "It's artificial, old, very old." Jisoo stared at it. "That's where the signals coming from take us in." The starlight docked near the structure which Hanul called the Nexus Spire. Jisoo led a small team inside with Taemin and Hanul by her side. The spire's halls were tall, carved with strange symbols. The air was cold and their footsteps echoed. "This place feels alive," Taemin whispered. Jisoo nodded. She felt it too, like eyes were on her. Hanul's light scanned the walls. "These symbols mention something called the Shroud. It's a weapon." Before they could ask more, alarms blared. Hanul's voice was sharp. "Concord, ships are here." Jisoo ran to a window. Outside, alien ships from Lemora appeared, their lights cutting through the dark. They had followed to stop the humans. But as they entered the nebula, their ships shook. Sparks flew from their hulls and one spun out of control. "The nebula's hitting them," Taemin said. Jisoo watched, her jaw tight. They shouldn't have come. Inside the spire, Jisoo's team found a huge chamber. At its center was a glowing core, pulsing like a heart. The walls were covered in carvings of a shadowy force-fighting monsters. Hanul translated. The Shroud was made by a lost race. It protected the galaxy but was too strong. They hid it here. Jisoo touched the core. It hummed, and a warm feeling spread through her. "It's waking up," she said. Suddenly the floor shook. The core's light grew brighter, and a deep voice filled Jisoo's mind. "You are bold," it said. "You seek what others fear." Jisoo froze. "Who are you?" she asked aloud. Taemin looked at her, confused. "Jisoo, what's wrong?" The voice spoke again. "I am the Shroud. You have entered my prison." Jisoo's eyes widened. "Why are you here?" The voice was calm. "To wait for those worthy." Outside, the Concorde ship sent a message. "Humans, surrender now." But their signals cut off as the nebula's power surged. Jisoo looked at the core, her heart pounding. "We need you," she said to the Shroud. The core pulsed and the spire shook again. Hanul's light blinked fast. "Energy levels are spiking. It's responding to you, Jisoo." Taemin grabbed her arm. "This is dangerous. We don't know what it is." Jisoo pulled free. "It's our only chance. The scout ship. The nebula, it's all connected. She faced the core. Help us. The light flared and a wave of energy washed over the team. They felt stronger, sharper. Outside, the starlight glowed faintly, as if touched by the spire. Jisoo looked at her team. We're not leaving. We find the truth. The nebula was alive with secrets, and the Shroud had chosen them. The galaxy had laughed, but humanity was ready to answer. The Nexus spire hummed with power as Jisoo stood before the glowing core. Its light pulsed like a heartbeat, filling the chamber with a strange warmth. The air felt heavy and the carvings on the walls seemed to move. Commander Jisoo's team was tense, their flashlights cutting through the dark. Captain Taemin paced, nearby, his face tight with worry. Hanul, the AI orb, hovered close, its blue light flickering. The energy's growing, Hanul said. It's tied to you, Jisoo. Jisoo's mind buzzed. A deep voice spoke inside her head, soft but strong. I am the Shroud, it said. I was made to fight the Vorath, eaters of stars. Jisoo's eyes widened. The Vorath, are they here? The voice was calm. They wake in the nebula. You can stop them, but my power has a price. It grows with your will. Jisoo swallowed hard. What does that mean? The Shroud didn't answer, but the core's light flared. Taemin grabbed her shoulder. Jisoo, you're talking to yourself. This thing's dangerous. She shook her head. It's not just a thing, it's alive. It wants to help us. Taemin frowned. Or control us. We should leave. The crew murmured, some nodding. Others, like young engineer Sujin, looked at Jisoo with hope. We've come this far, Sujin said. We can't run now. Outside, the void nebula churned. The Concorde ships were stuck, their engines failing in the strange dark. Hanil scanned the spire. The Shroud's energy is spreading. It's affecting the nebula. Jisoo stepped closer to the core. Tell me more, she said to the Shroud. The voice returned. The Vorath will consume all. I can make you strong, but you must be one. Jisoo nodded. We're ready. Taemin crossed his arms. This is crazy. What if it takes over? Jisoo faced him. Our scout ship's gone. Something's out there. We need this. Taemin looked away, but he didn't argue. Jisoo touched the core. It hummed louder, and a wave of energy rushed through her. Her mind felt sharp, like she could see every star at once. The crew gasped as their tools glowed faintly. It's working, Sujin whispered. Hanul's light blinked fast. The Shroud's linking to us. It's using our thoughts. Jisoo felt it too, like a thread tying them together. But then, a scream echoed. A crew member clutched his head. I see monsters, he shouted. Jisoo ran to him. Breathe. It's not real. The Shroud's voice spoke. Your fear feeds me. Control it. Jisoo realized the truth. The Shroud wasn't just power, it was their emotions, good and bad. She gathered the team. Listen, she said. This thing makes us stronger, but we have to stay calm. Think of home. Think of Earth. The crew nodded, their faces set. But Taemin stayed quiet, his eyes dark. Jisoo knew he was scared, and fear could break them. Suddenly, the spire shook. Hanul's voice was sharp. Something's coming! Through the chamber's window, they saw shapes in the nebula. Small, fast like insects. Vorath scouts, the Shroud said in Jisoo's mind. They test you. The shapes darted toward the starlight, firing bursts of black energy. The human ships fired back, but their shots missed. Jisoo ran to the core. Help us, she said. The Shroud's light exploded and a shimmering field wrapped around the fleet. The Vorath scouts hit the field and burned away. The crew cheered, but Jisoo felt a pull in her mind. The Shroud was heavy, like carrying a mountain. Stay together, she told the team. It needs us all. Taemin stepped forward. This is too much. We're not ready. Jisoo met his eyes. We have to be. The Vorath won't wait. She turned to the core. Bind to us, she said. The light surged, and the crew gasped as their minds linked. They felt each other's courage, but also Taemin's doubt. The field flickered. Jisoo grabbed Taemin's hand. "You're one of us. Believe in us." He nodded slowly, and the field steadied. The Vorath scouts fled into the dark. The spire grew quiet, but Jisoo knew this was just the start. The Shroud was theirs now, tied to their hearts. The nebula hid bigger threats, and humanity had to face them no matter the cost. The Void Nebula pulsed with danger as the starlight led the human fleet, now wrapped in the Shroud's shimmering field. The field made their ships glow, bending, light and space around them. Commander Jisoo stood on the bridge, her eyes sharp. The Shroud's power flowed through her, making her feel strong but heavy. Captain Taemin checked the controls, his face tense. Hanul, the AI orb, hovered nearby, its light steady. "The Shroud's boosting our systems," Hanul said. "We're faster, stronger." Jisoo nodded. "Good. We need it." The Vorath, star-eating monsters, were close. Hanul's scans showed a massive shape ahead, bigger than a planet. It was the Vorath hive mind, a writhing mass draining a dying star. Black tendrils reached from it, pulling in light. "That's our target," Jisoo said. The crew was quiet, their hands tight on their stations. They felt the Shroud in their minds, linking them. The starlight charged forward, its weapons glowing with Shroud energy. The other ships followed, their hulls shining. Jisoo spoke to the fleet. "Stay together. The Shroud needs us united." But as they neared the hive mind, a cold feeling hit them. Crew members shivered. "I hear voices," Engineer Sujin whispered. "They're in my head." Jisoo felt it too, fear, like ice in her bones. The Shroud's voice spoke in her mind. "The Vorath attack your will, resist." The hive mind fired black beams, shaking the fleet. The Shroud's field blocked them, but it flickered. Taemin turned to Jisoo. "It's not holding. Something's wrong." Hanul's light blinked. "The Shroud's unstable. Someone's fear is breaking it." Jisoo looked at Taemin. His hands shook, his eyes wide. "I can't do this," he muttered. "It's too much." His doubt spread, and the field weakened. Jisoo grabbed his arm. "Taemin, we need you. You're stronger than this." He pulled away. "You don't get it. This thing could destroy us." The Vorath fired again, and a human ship sparked, its shield failing. The crew's fear grew, and the Shroud's field dimmed. Jisoo's heart raced. The Shroud fed on their emotions. If they broke, it would too. She ran to the comms and spoke to the fleet. "Listen to me." Her voice was loud, clear. "We're humans. We've faced sickness, wars, disasters. We always fight back. Think of Earth, our home, our people. Don't give up." Her words hit the crew hard. Sujin straightened, wiping her eyes. Others nodded, their faces set. The Shroud's field glowed brighter, steadying. But Taemin still hesitated. Jisoo faced him. "Think of your family. You told me about your sister, how she believed in you. Fight for her." Taemin's eyes softened. He took a deep breath and nodded. "Okay, I'm in." The field surged, now stronger than ever. The Shroud's voice whispered to Jisoo, "You are one. Now strike." The starlight fired a beam of Shroud energy, bright as a star. It hit the hive mind, and the monster roared, a sound that shook the nebula. The fleet attacked together, their ships moving like one. The Shroud bent space, letting them dodge the Vorath's beams. Jisoo felt the crew's courage, their will, flowing through her. The hive mind thrashed, its tendrils burning away. The Vorath fought back, sending waves of fear. Crew members saw nightmares, falling stars, dying worlds. But Jisoo's voice kept them strong. "We're not afraid," she shouted. The Shroud glowed hotter, and the fleet fired again. The hive mind cracked, its core splitting. With a final push, the starlight unleashed a massive wave of energy. The hive mind exploded, its pieces fading into the dark. The nebula grew quiet. The crew cheered, their voices loud. Taemin smiled at Jisoo. "You were right," he said. She nodded, tired but proud. Hanul's light blinked. The Concords watching. Their ships saw everything. Jisoo looked out the window. Far away, Concord ships floated, their lights dim. They had mocked humans, but now they were silent. The starlight turned back toward the nebula's edge. The Shroud's field stayed strong, tied to the crew's unity. Jisoo knew the fight wasn't over. The Vorath were still out there, and the Shroud was a heavy burden. But humanity had shown the galaxy its strength. The stars no longer laughed. They trembled. Months after the battle, Lumora's bright halls felt different. The Galactic Concord's city sparkled around its neutron star, but the aliens no longer mocked humans. Commander Jisoo walked through, the crowd, her head high. Aliens with scales and wings stepped aside, their eyes respectful. Her AI, Hanul, hovered as a glowing orb, its blue light calm. "They're staring," Hanul said. Jisoo smiled. "Let them." The Void Nebula was sealed off, its dangers locked away. The Vorath hive mind was gone, destroyed by the human fleet and the Shroud. News of the victory spread fast. The Concord, once cruel, now praised humanity. Jisoo stood before the council, where snake-like Valthor and other leaders sat. "You saved us," Valthor said, his voice soft. "We were wrong about you." Jisoo nodded. "We want peace, but we'll fight if we must." The council gave humanity a seat among them, a high honor. Captain Tae-min stood beside Jisoo, his smile proud. Engineer Soo-jin clapped from the crowd, her eyes bright. The humans had proven their strength, not just with the Shroud, but with their hearts. Jisoo spoke to the council. "The Shroud is powerful, but it's not a toy. We need to study it, not use it." Valthor agreed. "We trust you to guard it." Back on the Starlight, docked at Lumora, Jisoo sat with Tae-min and Hanul. The ship was quiet, its crew resting. The Shroud's energy was still there, a faint hum in their minds. It was tied to humanity, sleeping but ready. Jisoo touched a panel, feeling its warmth. "What is it really?" she asked Hanul. The AI's light blinked. "It's old, older than the Concord. It chose us because we're stubborn." Tae-min laughed. "That's one way to say it." Jisoo looked out a window. Lumora's lights glowed, but her thoughts were on the stars. The Shroud had saved them, but it was a mystery. Its voice hadn't spoken since the battle, yet she felt it watching. "It's part of us now," she said. Tae-min nodded. "That scares me, but I trust you to handle it." Jisoo smiled. "We'll handle it together." The galaxy was changing. Aliens who once laughed now asked humans for help. Ships from Earth arrived at Lumora, carrying scientists to study the nebula's secrets. Soo-jin led a team to scan the Nexus Spire, sending data back to Jisoo. "It's quiet now," Soo-jin reported, "but there's more to find." Jisoo knew she was right. The Shroud was only the start. One night, Jisoo sat alone in her room. Hanul floated nearby, its light dim. A message came through, a faint signal from a far-off star. Jisoo played it, her heart racing. The voice was weak, garbled. "Help. Something's waking." Static cut it off. Hanul's light flashed. "It's not from the nebula. It's another region, uncharted." Jisoo leaned back, her mind sharp. "Another threat?" She called Tae-min to the Starlight's bridge. He listened to the signal, his face serious. "Sounds like trouble," he said. Jisoo nodded. "We can't ignore it." Tae-min grinned. "Never thought we'd rest, did you?" She laughed, feeling light. The Shroud hummed in her mind like it was listening. "Hanul, chart a course," she said. The AI's light spun. "Ready, Commander." The Starlight left Lumora, its engines glowing. A small fleet joined, human ships ready for the unknown. The crew was eager, their fear gone. Soo-jin checked the weapons, humming a song. Tae-min stood by Jisoo, his doubts replaced by trust. "What's out there?" he asked. Jisoo shrugged. "We'll find out. We always do." As they flew, Jisoo thought of Earth, its oceans, its cities, its people. Humanity had been small, laughed at, but they rose. The shroud was their shield, their strength, but it was their will that made it work. The galaxy watched now, not with scorn, but with hope. Humans were no longer the weak ones. They were protectors. The stars stretched ahead, hiding secrets. The signal source was far, but Jisoo wasn't afraid. The shroud was with them, and so was their courage. She stood tall on the bridge, her eyes on the dark. "Let's go," she said. The starlight jumped forward, ready to face whatever waited. The galaxy would never mock them again.